You know what phrase I'd be okay with never hearing again?
You fired.
Close. Apples to oranges. You ever
Okay.
hear that when people, like, recently I asked someone, so how's working from home compared to working in the office? Oh, I can't even really compare them. It's just apples to oranges.
You don't like that. I'm going to be honest. I use that all the time.
Oh, no! Why?
I-
It doesn't even make sense. They're both fruit. You could easily compare fruit. Okay, when do you say it?
I think it's like, I'm trying to think.
I'm already hot. I'm rolling the sleeves 20 seconds in. Oh,
Thunderdome, baby. Episode 56.
Okay, hey, roll the intro music. We need to talk about this more afterwards.
Yep. Oh, man. Ooh, I think this typey means it's going down with some random thoughts that might meet two Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, because it's a Ghostrunners podcast every Monday morning with Jake and Brad. Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast.
Great work.
Thanks, man. I was like, crap, I need to start saying something quick. This is a quick one.
How would you compare that theme song to the Parks and Rec theme song?
Oh man, you can't. I mean, it's like comparing apples to oranges.
Oh, totally.
I don't know if I use the phrase, honestly, I was thinking about it. I don't know if I use the phrase apples to oranges, but I say, well, yeah, maybe I do. I just say it's not apples to apples, which is basically the same thing. I use that all the time. Like, I love comparing things that are similar or that people think are the same thing, but really they're not. And so I say that all the time. I'm not going to anymore. I'm self-conscious. People in that back of their head are gonna be like, I hate when people say that. Sorry.
No, I don't have any kind of personal vendetta against it. I just one of those things that everyone so mindlessly says.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how I've always been. I'm just like, wait, hold on. Why is this an idiom?
Maybe we should start being like, it's like comparing baseball to football. Both take place at, Oakland Stadium, but not anymore.
Been there.
Have you?
Yes. Actually, nope, lied. We were supposed to film. It was a brand deal for 5 Hour Energy, and we went to Philadelphia to film in Commerce Park, whatever the Phillies play, and the second part of the brand deal was supposed to be where the A's play, but they have that old stadium, and the A's said, we are embarrassed of our stadium, paraphrasing, but like, we don't like how it looks. We'd rather you film in this park than in our stadium. So we were supposed to film in the A's stadium.
We'd rather film in a public park.
Yeah, so we went to a park to film this like baseball scene.
Oh, that is not apples to apples. I'll tell you that right now.
A better phrase.
Both have grass, but that's about it. That's where the similarities stop.
How would you compare them? You really can't compare them. It's like khakis to zebras. They're just so different. Now that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Khakis to zebras?
Those aren't even in the same category.
I can't compare these.
They're both not citrus.
What are they both?
Yeah.
I can't even think of anything they even have. Both on Earth.
Colors on them?
Barely, though.
Yeah.
Neutrals.
Yeah. Combine black and white and maybe you get a khaki. I don't know. Actually, I had a thought about your Oakland A's thing. So I was talking to Catherine's dad. He was in town this weekend. He brought Hattie back from Texas. And I asked him, there's no sports obviously going on right now, but there was a golf tournament, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I don't really know what was going on, but I knew it was a big deal because it was like the first time sports had been played. And so I was like, hey, did you watch that golf tournament? He's like, yeah, I watched it. But what I was really excited about was not actually the golf itself, but watching the guys play on the course, because I've played that exact same course before.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, and I thought about it. I was like, I don't think golf is that cool personally. I don't have a big interest in golf, but the golf is the only sport where you can say, I've played at the exact same place that these professionals are playing.
Because all it takes is money, right? Essentially to play.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. And make sure that obviously the course is public or whatever, but like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I remember, Lambeau Field does have a short corner over there. It's a hard fade route for Mahomes. It's like, you can't say that about anything else. You can't be like, oh, that short porch and right. Yeah. I hit one out in Yankee Stadium one time. Like, no, you can't say that about anything. But when you're watching golf, you can be like, yeah, I actually nailed that 9th hole that Tiger's having trouble with. That is
pretty cool. Except I think you are forgetting my bachelor party.
You're right.
Because we will be going to Kaufman and Arrowhead.
It's going to be awesome.
But other than that, that's a totally great point. That's
there's just no, it's apples to oranges. I mean, there's no comparison that you can make besides golf. Like with that, like you can be like, I played baseball, but I've never played on that exact field. So then it got me thinking, Jake, what would be the field if you could play anywhere? Where would you go? Like what field house, basketball court, whatever would you want to play on?
First, let's start with the sport. Pickleball.
Of course.
Second, I saw this picture one time, and not sure if it was photoshopped or not, but it was like, Federer and like Novak Djokovic playing on this like rooftop in Dubai.
Oh,
Looked
like
a
back and
helipad.
forth. They were like hitting them like.
Oh, what? No, not two
no.
rooftops. Like it's just one rooftop. Looks like a helicopter should be landing there, but now they're playing tennis.
I know what you're talking about.
If we could get pickle lines on that court, that's where I would choose to play.
That would be awesome.
But more seriously, maybe Fenway Park for baseball.
Okay.
What about you?
I think, I was thinking either Fenway, Wrigley. Like baseball for some reason is more attractive. Maybe because like football and basketball, they're all the same size courts.
But baseball, you can have different size dimensions, which
Right.
is kind of like why golf is so interesting too.
Exactly.
Like, I've been in the sand trap at St. Andrews.
Right. Yeah. I've sanded it up there. I've gotten sandy.
They called me Sandrews.
I've dipped. Yeah. The Sandman. Oh yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I guess
That's a good point.
Wrigley Field is my answer because you said Fenway, but only because you said Fenway. I probably would have said Fenway too.
Yeah.
But
how's your week been? What have you been up to?
Week's been good, fine. I'm just getting into a rhythm with two kids, and Catherine's dad came, and we spent good time together. Whatever. Let me just go on a tangent, I guess, with Catherine's dad. He is awesome, but sometimes I feel like he has a little passive aggressiveness.
Cool.
But maybe not even passive aggressive. Maybe
Just
it was like
aggressive?
Maybe it was just Catherine suggesting this. But so first of all, whenever Hattie was born, he bought me a grill, and he's like, just every
Like
dad
Nelly?
needs a grill.
You want to see my what?
I want to see my
Your grill.
Yeah.
Your grill.
He's like, hey, get up. We're going to the dentist. And I was like, what? Yeah, we're buying a grill. What? Yeah. 14 karat just for you, man.
Robbed the jewelry store and told her make me a grill. She said, smile for me, dad. She looking at.
Want you to buy? Let me see my what? Anyway, bought me a grill, and that was really sweet, obviously. But I was like, I think what is that? What am I supposed to think about that?
Every Christmas, it's just like a hyper masculine gift, chainsaw. Just 1 year, just a steak.
Oh, one time Catherine's mom bought me a book that said how to back up a trailer. 100 things every man should know.
There's a full book. I thought it was just an entire book on how to back up a trailer.
Yeah,
Goodness. Put it in reverse.
I was like, okay, I get it. Okay, I don't know how to grill a great steak. All right, I'll figure it out.
Real quick, have you ever seen that video that goes viral every 4th of July where they go, put it in reverse, Terry? Put it in reverse.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Get out the way, Terry.
Terry! Put it in reverse, Terry.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
pretty
it's
funny.
so good. I love black humor so much.
It's great.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That the two that I could think of off the top of my head are that one. And have you ever seen the one where it's like this parade of like, it's like a little kids parade. There are all these like minions and different things like dressed up, like oversized minions and like Dora and stuff. And they're all just like breaking it down, like dancing through this parade. And these people are like, okay, Dora, okay. It's awesome.
That's great. I need to check that one out.
Check that out. So,
yes, back to you.
grill. He got me a grill. This time he came and he brought his, and I think Catherine's going to be listening to this, so I'm just going to say it up front. I think we did kind of suggest him to bring this stuff. So it wasn't like he just randomly brought it, but he brought all these things to like help me with my lawn. Like he's like, I heard you need some help with your weeds. And so I came, he like brought his Roundup to like spray down all the weeds and like help me out. And so it was just like this, we just kind of joked around about it. Like me and Peter and like some of my friends, like, what's he going to bring me next? Like kind of like a chainsaw. Like, yeah, I just noticed you needed some new lug nuts on your tires because they look a little worn out. And you didn't know how to change them, whatever. Like I brought you some new Pennzoil for your car because I know you can't change your oil. And I'm like, I don't know how to do any of those things. You're right.
You're right. I can't say anything. It's like when Andy and Dwight try to keep like winning each other over so they don't owe him anything.
Let me get that door for you. There we go.
Thank you very much. And I got it for you.
Oh, goodness.
you're gonna like try to like I want to be changing my oil when he gets here. I want to be
Exactly.
like under the car when he gets here so he sees me. But then he's like, oh, I changed that yesterday. Like, dang it.
Which subconsciously, actually, now that I think about it, I did do two things, and I don't think they were because he was coming. One, I got my oil changed in my truck and my tires changed. And then two, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know why I'm saying this on the podcast, but we had not taken down our Christmas lights until last week. We just kept putting it off, and I took them down finally.
Memorial Day lights, though, are like, for the troops.
Yeah, right. Like, come on, light them up. Light them up. We don't have fireworks around. It's a non-fireworks county, so let's go ahead and light up the lights.
Sure.
But I was up on the roof, like scooching up the roof, like getting all these lights down, and I was like complaining about how hot it was on my hands. And Catherine's like, well, maybe it's because most people don't take them down in May.
When it's 85.
Yeah, I was like burning up, and I was like, yeah, that's fair.
A
I
roof
deserve
scooch
this.
is dangerous. I was doing that on my grandpa's roof the other day because
Dude.
I didn't trust the ladder. Roof
Yeah.
scooch, you'll get some scrapes.
And I got up there, and immediately I was like, Catherine, I'm scared. Like, I'm nervous I'm going to just fall down this roof. So
Did you?
I did not, but I was very careful. I'm a very cautious boy.
Any other updates with your week?
I got a haircut, actually. Well, we already talked about that, but
Yeah, I mean, they already know exactly how it went.
yeah,
you
I got
the
a
mohawk.
haircut. Yeah.
That's why you're wearing the hat.
They were, yeah, exactly. They were very particular about wearing a mask there.
Really?
Honestly, I don't think they cared that much about him, but I think that they,
You want to be able to say that they had everyone wear masks.
yeah, they cared about like legally, like staying in business and stuff, like staying open.
My home state's trending because of haircuts. Did you see that on Twitter today?
No.
2 hairstylists at a Great Clips in Springfield, I think, both like contracted COVID, and like 140 people are now like have been exposed to it because they gave haircuts in like 2 days. So
No, but did you see the Osage Beach thing?
yeah,
Oh, let's talk about trending. My gosh.
yeah, look at the Ozarks. Yeah, we don't have to talk about it too much, but I got some things to say because I hung out with people yesterday for the first time in 2 months.
Yeah.
Put it on Instagram because it was this fun impromptu thing we did. And I cannot tell you how much I love the irony of Memorial Day weekend, a time that our government says this is a federal holiday to honor, to think of, to be in memorial of troops and soldiers that have given their time, their effort, their hard work, their blood, their sweat, even their lives
For our freedom.
to this country's freedom and the liberties that we have every day. And in the midst of that, people on Instagram think they should tell me what I should do with my freedom. I love that they think they should do that. Like the
That's what the troops
principle
did.
Of, hey, you've made me laugh on Instagram, so now I can tell you what to do. If you think that, you're wrong. Okay? Try to tell me what to do on Instagram again. I loved it. Please tell me how to spend my free time.
Yeah, you don't really have like a friendship with those people just because just because they watch your videos doesn't mean that now they're like, hey, I was going to hang out with my friends, but this guy that I don't know from Utah said I shouldn't. And so thank you, Brennan from Ogden. I don't know. Like,
It's one thing for America to tell us what to do, and I won't get into that. But yeah, for a stranger on the internet to be like, should you be doing that?
so did you respond to very many of them? Did you get a little sassy?
I only responded to one, and
Okay.
the
I
one
saw
you
the
saw.
one,
Yeah. She said,
I love your response.
how is this social distancing? And I said, hey, I'm in a paddle boat. Thinking maybe she would back down.
was that the tone you were using? Because when I read, I just read, I'm in a paddle boat. I read it as a little more of like a sarcastic, like, what do you want me to do? I'm in a paddle boat.
She could take it however she wanted. I just, very matter-of-factly, I responded with objective things, like things you cannot refute. Because I love doing that in arguments. Just, how is this social distancing? I'm in a paddle boat. And then she said, okay, well, you're safe, but your friends are not. And I responded with, which is an actual stat that the CDC released. 0.0000069% of Americans have died from the coronavirus. End of sentence. End of message.
Did she respond?
Actually, I don't know. I haven't even looked. I just
Good
grabbed
for
that
you. Yeah,
screenshot.
get
I was
out
like,
of there.
whatever. I said what I need to say.
Yeah.
So,
Get in, get out, get on with your life.
I can't wait. On 4th of July, guys, hit me back. Tell me what I should do on the 4th of July, too, with my free time. Can't wait.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. Yeah, that's whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much because it's fine. And I don't want you to think I can't take like negative feedback because it's all good. Someone on the Ghostrunners Instagram this week called me unattractive. I took it in stride. It was fine.
I saw that. They just like, you just responded, thank you.
dash Jake. So they knew it was coming from me. Thank you. I'd always do that on YouTube. People would leave hate comments. Thank you for watching. That means you must have watched the video. Thank you for watching.
No, I just love thank you. Like, just keep it as short, but like as like, yeah, passive aggressive as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. And then the classic, I don't want to just roast this girl too much. We're like, oh my gosh, that was my brother. Oh yeah. Our siblings are always stealing our phones and going into DMs and sending like elaborate messages to people that are like specific to things you've said on a podcast before.
I'm so sorry. That was my dog. I was cuddling with my dog and then I put him down and he just must have tapped that on my phone. I don't get it. The dog ate my DMs.
That's the
new phrase.
It's so. Did you see what I sent her? There's a whole subreddit called "Oops, didn't mean to," because
Yeah,
this
I didn't
happens
look
so
at it, though.
often. Most of the time, it's with like guys sending like pretty inappropriate stuff to girls online.
Okay.
And then they're being like, "What? Why'd you do that?" And like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't mean." All
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time,
yeah.
guys are always doing that to girls. I guess enough to where it has like a subreddit with 800,000
Really?
people.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, "This sounds like it belongs in r-oops didn't mean to."
Oh man.
The second you give pushback on people, oh my gosh, because it happens to me on my personal account all the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
someone will see something negative or whatever, and I respond, "Oh, I didn't even think you'd see this.
Oh, dude. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Oh, I
totally.
didn't mean it.
Big fan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, big fan. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Well, you said I should go, burn in a pile of garbage. So I don't know where's the joke.
Yeah. I did something. I did not do that extreme, but whenever I was working at that corporate job, there was one time when I meant to send a message to one person. I think the girl's name was Alexa that I was meaning to talk about, but I accidentally messaged Alexa about Alexa.
I have done that before.
Oh, it was bad. It was so bad to the point where anytime I ever text anybody about somebody else, which I shouldn't do anyway.
I'm like looking at it like, okay, is this who I'm
Yes,
meaning to send it
right.
to?
Like, oh, and I totally was like, oh my gosh, I was just kidding. Like it was so bad. Alexa, it was like the first like 10 minutes of the day. And I was like, oh, I see that you have to work with Alexa today. Have fun with that or something.
Oh no.
And then I was
send
like,
that to Alexa?
I was like, oh crap. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I was talking to Amazon. I was trying to voice activate my Amazon product.
right. Alexa. Yeah. Alexa, embarrass the crap out of me in my corporate job.
Alexa, try to get me fired really quick.
Alexa, define sexual harassment. Oh man.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, we won't share my sexual harassment story. That was before. I already said that before the podcast. I'm just kidding. It's not bad. I just wanted to, if you were falling asleep,
Yeah.
that'll wake you back
Yeah.
up.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, cool.
They're pronunciation questions. I'm curious how you pronounce two different
Pillow.
words. Pillow? Or instead of pillow?
Mhm.
Eggs or eggs?
We've talked about that before.
Have we?
Eggs.
Okay. My questions are on these two things. SUGGEST.
Holy cow. Can I get it one more time?
SUGGEST.
Suggesty.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
It's just the regular word.
I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at like
Hearing the
envisioning.
letters?
Yeah, not an
Okay.
auditory listener at all.
Okay.
You're spelling suggest.
Do you want me to show you the word?
Could have sworn I heard an E
I just
in
don't
there.
want to. I don't want to. Frame your reference.
I'm getting exposed.
say it
I'm
again.
so bad at this. Suggest.
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 Okay. Catherine says suggest.
Oh, that's wrong.
Thank you. I've noticed it, and she says it. She uses the word suggest all the time. I'm learning, and she says suggest every time.
Suggest.
Yeah, I suggested that we would go to Raising Cane's. No, you suggested.
I suggest you start talking like you were born here.
Okay, that's interesting. First, we don't have to talk about these very long, but that was the first one. Second one is it's a type of dog, DASCHUND.
Oh, Dachshund? This one I'm not too confident in.
Okay, so she pronounced it dachshund.
Oh,
Dachshund.
if anything, Dachshund.
Yeah, I thought it was dashend.
Uh-huh.
Dashend through the snow.
Or a
Some-
little
I don't-
just Dachshund of this. of
Yeah,
this
give me
animal.
a dashend. Dash is, yeah, you got it. You did the joke. I don't need us to do it again. Anyway, Hattie and I watched the Disney movie, The Ugly Dachshund. Catherine's like, oh, Hattie really wants to watch the movie, The Ugly Dachshund. And I was like, okay, great. So I Googled Ugly Dachshund. I could not find it anywhere. And then finally, she's like, no, it's The Ugly Dachshund. And I was like, what? That's not a dachshund.
Huh.
So
Dog pronunciations are a little weird though. There's a province, in Canada that is two dog names. I don't know which came first, the province or the dog species, but Newfoundland and Labrador.
really?
Yes. and I feel like it should be Newfoundland.
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 Oh, look at this new land we found.
We got it.
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
But
yeah.
it's Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
That's stupid.
Yeah, Canadians, come on, what are you doing up there?
Yeah, and did you steal this from dogs? Because if so, not cool.
Yeah, not cool. Yeah, give it back to the Labradors.
Speaking of saying things, do you need me to pronounce anything else?
No, those are the two.
Okay.
So I just want your suggestion on how to pronounce Dashend.
Suggest I do hear a lot. I don't know if that's probably a geographical thing. Certain people say it like that.
Yeah,
but
dude. I had never noticed it until recently. I haven't even talked to Catherine about it yet. Maybe I should have done that before this. Gosh, hot dog. I'm in hot water. Oh, hot
boiling
water.
my hot dog. Okay, so speaking of talking of things, we went after Joe Biden probably a couple months ago for the thing.
Yeah, loved it.
It's time to go back to a new person of politics. This guy never gets poked fun of, so I figured we probably should. Here's a little clip of Donald Trump talking about his COVID testing this week.
So I think it's another day. And I'm still here. I'm still here. And I tested very positively in another sense. So this morning, I tested positively toward negative, right? So, no, I tested perfectly this morning.
Perfectly.
I can't make it any easier than this. Don't not bother Luke.
Don't. Yeah, it's kind of like in one of the Office episodes where he's like, "It's negative," and Michael takes off his his newfangled
like Livestrong bracelet.
We're gonna fight this. Positively, I tested very positively. I love that he used that word anyway.
Why? Yeah.
Out of all words.
Oh, I'm positive that it was a negative test. In fact,
play it one more time.
It's never been more positive how negative I tested.
It seemed like he was like, right after he said positive, he's like, I should not have said that.
So I think it's another day. And I'm still here. I'm still here. And I tested very positively in another sense. So
he's doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I tested positively toward negative, right? So, no, I tested perfectly this morning.
Gosh. I love it. This is going to kill our Tennessee audience right now. They are turning this off, but oh man.
I think he should have just left it where he ended. I tested perfectly this morning.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Perfect score.
That's perfect. Yeah.
I got 100.
I'm going to start saying that for everything. Like and it doesn't even really make sense grammatically, did it? He was like, tested perfectly. Can you do that? Or would you do test perfect? I tested perfect. Anyway, like, hey, how'd your presentation go today? I presented perfectly.
Whoa.
You did?
That sounds awesome.
How's your math test today, honey? It went perfectly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything.
Or just like how you had that dining table to drop off. How'd it go?
It was all right. I was kidding. It went perfectly.
Could have been better. You been making any tapes?
Not as many as I want to, but I have a lot that I need to make. So this week's going to be busy. Yeah, it's good. I'm getting a lot of business, which is great. So
Stimulus.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
I saw a random plug for Ellis Custom Creations and all the other small businesses, Jake Triblet Media included. Mark Cuban's like, the stimulus packages are not going to, or I don't know what he said. Basically, his main thought was, as long as like the thing that's going to answer the economy's problems is just for us to pump money back in to small businesses everywhere. So just buy from small businesses.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
We're open for business.
Yeah.
Anytime you want. Excuse me. Oh.
Ooh.
I'm burping. Full silence.
Magma Chambers, sorry.
Magma Chambers deep. I think I'm going to start telling people that I'm a musician.
Oh.
And then when they want to listen to my music, just send them to Spotify and send them to these podcast episodes. The songs are pretty long.
Yeah.
But I think you'll like them.
Yeah, they'll see like, oh, it's decently popular, but it's an hour and a half long. Yeah, I'll just take his word that he's really good. He must be a jam band.
Or maybe don't tell them it's long at all. Just let them just hear it out. They're like, the first 30 seconds he talked, but then there was a song, kind of.
Didn't really sound like his voice.
And then he didn't talk again or sing again for like an hour and a half. But yeah, it's going to be my new thing. What do you do? I make music.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm a musician. And then when people asked to hear you, you were just going to be like the mysterious musician. Like, it's just not ready yet. I don't know. It's like, gosh, it's so hot. He's like such a pensive guy, like doesn't want to, let it out.
Trey and I made a video this past week that is probably out by the time you're listening to this, but just called The Worst Kinds of People. And as we were writing it, it was genuinely like therapeutic. I was like, this feels good just to talk about the worst kinds of people. And one of them, I think we called him the fisherman, just always fishing for like you to ask it. So it could be like fishing for compliments. Like,
yeah.
Quarantine, I just don't. I kind of lost a little like
Yeah,
tone.
yeah.
No, man, you look great.
You look
What are
great,
you talking
man.
about? Okay, thanks. Here, but the one that I felt so much more passionate about was the like been making some music lately. Oh, okay. So like, tell me more about it. I can't.
Yeah.
Nah, I
It's
already said
personal.
too much.
Yeah,
I already said
yeah.
too much. I shouldn't. Or like, oh, do you know about Gunnar and Emily?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Or
no, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, what happened?
Actually, I shouldn't say.
No, maybe I
shouldn't
shouldn't.
say.
Totally. Those people. Oh, yeah.
Like willing to somewhat gossip. Dip their toes in the gossip pool.
Yeah.
But that's it.
The same people that are like, what did they say? Gosh dang it. Not no comment, but like,
I plead the fifth.
well, yeah, like, oh crap. What's the word?
They abstain from voting.
Yeah, but it's like, gosh dang it. This is going to kill me.
No.
I'm mad.
He can't think of it, guys. He can't think of it. Should we do some sample scenarios? Oh, my back.
It's like, no. It's like if you're like talking and you want to say something about somebody, but you're like, no, never mind. I'm not going to say that about you. But it's like by not saying anything, you're saying something. I can't think of the word.
Never mind. Is that the word? I don't know.
Never mind. This is bad. This is not an entertaining podcast for anybody.
No, this is funny.
Oh gosh. I want to know.
I want to know.
I will think about this and I won't listen to anything you're saying for the next 5 minutes.
That's
but
totally fine.
no, yes, I totally understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Like the very passive aggressive, like I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it. But by not saying anything, I'm saying everything.
Another, little joke we had in there was like, you know what, I could tell you, well, if I tell you I have to kill you, it's like, if you don't tell me, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Please stop playing this game with me.
It's time.
When you bring it up, say something. So yeah, I'm a musician now. Brad and I are both musicians. It's called Ghostrunners is the name of our band. 2-man band.
Dude, that was what I always wanted to name my band.
We're here, baby.
So I guess we're here. Yeah.
I guess we're here.
I wanted to either name my band Ghostrunners on second or Ghostrunner on second or Abraham and Lincoln. I don't know why. I thought that was kind of a fun name.
My my gamer name on PS4 is Lincoln Bio.
Oh yeah.
No one ever gets it.
What?
They're always just like, even Mr. James, play with Mr. James. And he's like, wait, so why is your name Lincoln? And I was like, and he was so like mad. And I was like, I should have gotten that. Oh, I should have known. I should have gotten that.
Mr. James. Well, I mean, to be fair, he's like a 55-year-old Indian man. I mean, I'm surprised he even knows how to turn on the Xbox.
He's going to lose some references here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Something else I thought of a couple hours ago. I don't know why, because the sample scenario was not happening to me at all. It was
Sure.
just,
I don't know how that ended up on my phone.
I think my brother. Oh,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
he has my password.
Yeah, he's
No,
going through some things.
I was on a walk through Overland Park, Kansas, and didn't.
You've been going on. Same walk. Never mind.
Just
I was
one.
gonna say you've been going on some walks.
I'm a one walk man, but I was just thinking of things, and there is something that happens every now and then. I want your take on it. I want your honest take on it.
Okay.
Because you are, as far as I know, still married. You are married.
Yeah.
And so you probably
For the rest of my life, I'm planning on being married.
Okay. Is that what a covenant bond is?
Covalent bond.
Okay, I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, Mr. Dedrick talked about one of these, and he made me
Mr.
highlight.
D. Yeah.
I don't know which one I had to study for.
Holy matrimony.
So I'm not talking about Mr. Dedrick anymore. There's a thing like maybe you are dating someone, or just you even are looking at an attractive woman, and it's like, oh, you think she's good? Like, look at her mom. Like, that's what she's going to turn into. I don't want to look at your mom.
No.
No.
I'm
staring at this 26-year-old blonde babe of a girl. And you're like, hey, you know what's better than that? Like 61-year-old wrinkly mom.
You think that A+ is good? Check out the C+, down the road.
That's what she's turning into. That's such a normal thing. I'm like, can I
It
not
is
look
true.
at her?
It is
I don't
true.
want to look at her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom's not hot. She is hot.
Well, then if you're like, no, she doesn't even look like her mom. She looks like her dad. And it's like, oh, crap.
Oh, she's going
What
to
have
turn
I
into her
done?
dad. Oh.
Yeah, totally. Like, it's like, and that's the awkward thing is that Catherine and her mom look so similar.
They do.
And so I'm like, I know what she's going to look. And Catherine's mom's beautiful, but Catherine's mom is older
not
than
compared to
Catherine.
Catherine.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a funny thing to think about.
It's funny it's one thing if you're like comparing moms, which I don't know if anyone's ever done that. But, apples to apples, grandma on grandma action. But
Right.
you're like, hey, 26-year-old
Yeah.
or 56-year-old, huh?
Which one? Which one do you want?
Apples to oranges. I'm going to take the apple every time. I
Yeah,
can't do
dude.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, just look at her mom.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, Do you want to get married and have vacations right away, or do you want to start saving for your 401k before you're even married? It's like, are you going to invest in the future, or no? You want to live your life now. So you're like, I want to look at how they are right now and enjoy my time in Naples with her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my exact financial plan if I had one. And you'd be like, well, yeah.
I don't need to think so far ahead towards the future that I have like retirement living, insurance and everything.
Yeah, it's like you could go to Hawaii. You could live in Hawaii when you're 65, or you could go there 10 times in your 20s.
Yes.
I'm going to go there 10 times in my 20s.
Yeah, dude.
I don't, and when I'm 65, I'll probably want to be near my grandkids.
Dude.
Hopefully.
We were talking earlier today. My parents came over and random conversations happened, but
Hawaiian grandkids.
One of the conversations was like Catherine was saying that she went to this conference. Oh,
whoa.
She went to this conference.
This Louis Armstrong conference.
As she went to this conference. And said, what a wonderful world. No, she went to this conference and this speaker was speaking basically about how they lived basically like for 3 months at a time in all these different areas.
Okay.
And they just like traveled. They didn't have a home. They just lived in Paris for 3 months, and then they lived in Hawaii for 3 months. And I was like, we should do that, Catherine.
And speak?
I don't know what the job was. I don't think it was she was speaking. I think it was something with her husband was doing something. But just a quick reminder, we are on youtube.com if you guys are interested in that.
That's true.
Check us out on YouTube. Anyway, I just thought it would be really fun to
it was weird that you just said that out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. What's she look like?
Are we still in the mom-daughter thing? Because I just thought of something else.
Sure.
The whole
I'm distracted.
Wearing your, and this is something I've not thought of. This is just straight off the top. I don't know how I feel about this actually, but the wearing your mother's wedding dress.
That doesn't happen, does it?
I don't know. I feel like you hear about it happening, and I don't know how I feel about that either.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know either, man. I think.
Sorry, you seem distracted.
I am a little distracted. We were talking about Naples, and now we're talking about nipples and wedding dresses. Check us out at youtube.com/Ghostrunners podcast. I think that it's weird. I don't think it's weird that they wear their wedding dress.
Yeah.
I think it would look bad though, because like that was 40 years ago fashion.
If anything, it's a pretty good financial thing to do.
Very true.
The more I'm thinking about it, because like, what else are you gonna do with your wedding dress once you're done with it?
Man, that we actually had this conversation yesterday with some of my friends about how different finances are viewed for a wedding, girls versus guys. Because yeah, you can spend a lot of money on $2,000 on a wedding dress. You don't have to. You can buy one way cheaper. But yeah, it's literally for one day. And it's a very, very special day. I get it. But man, like anything else that you said that exact same principle for would sound ridiculous. Like a $2,000 Super Bowl ticket. I don't think I'd spend that. If
That's
you could
crazy.
be like, oh, $500 Super Bowl ticket and you can get in the same Super Bowl. Okay. I don't think I'm going to spend the extra $1,500. Right?
Yeah. I've been thinking about this too, because Trey just got married and had like a very low key wedding. Didn't invite really anyone, just his family, her family, and like their best man, maid of honor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still going to do the wedding celebration, and Labor Day weekend. And I just, even though Trey has not said a word to me about it, I know he's just going to be like, why are we doing this? We've been married for 4 months.
Yeah.
Why are we spending this much money? I get wanting to have a reception, but having to do the ceremonial part.
Oh, they're doing the whole thing?
I think so.
Oh, I thought you meant, you said they were doing a wedding, but I thought you just meant like the reception part.
Yeah. As far as I know, and maybe Katie will change her mind because she's very like chill and like
sure
down to earth with a lot of that typical girl stuff. But I mean, then again, every girl for the most part grows up dreaming about their wedding.
Yeah,
so,
you have expectations.
Yeah.
I don't know. We struggle with that though whenever we were engaged. Engagement, maybe not for everybody, but for us was not a fun time. We had so many arguments and power struggles between like, it's our wedding, but Catherine's parents are paying for it.
That is tough.
And it wasn't ever her parents that were saying the things. It was like Catherine and I butting heads about things and Catherine saying, well, my parents are paying for it. So therefore we need to honor them. And I totally understood, but I was also like,
but it's $6,000 for napkins.
Just get the ones from Costco. They're quality. Yeah. So anyway, and looking back on it, it was totally great. But it's just weddings are so expensive. If there's any business that we want to go into, wedding business would be the one. Or babies. Those are both very expensive things.
Or funerals.
Oh yeah, but you don't want to do that.
No.
No. Maybe all 3 together though.
Ooh.
From womb to tomb. And everything in between.
That's kind of fun. I had a FaceTime call 2 nights ago. So, a girl from one of my previous Hawaii trips FaceTime me, kind of in the middle of nowhere. She said, "Hey, I was just perusing Airbnb. There's a listing in Key West, Florida that they filmed a season of The Real World at. Like, it's the same house that they use. So it's like very elaborate. It's like super vibrant. It's like, it's on the water. You would never need to leave. You know, they got tennis courts. They got a jacuzzi. Like, it's
she's
just so
wanted to
sick.
go on a vacation there? Is that what you're saying?
Her idea was like, okay, it can host like 16 to 20 people. Like, what if we try to get a bunch of people to just go there and do that? And so one thing led to another. So now we're kind of having a brainstorm session. I'm like, I don't know if I would want to like, I don't know. If I'm going to do this and coordinate all this, I'm going to try to make a little money off this somehow, maybe.
Okay.
And so then I'm like, what if we make our own reality show? If The Real World used to be here, we make our own reality show.
Yeah.
So I came up with 2 on the spot with her that I haven't thought about since then.
Okay.
Want to share with you, and
Love it.
we'll see what else comes about.
Okay, let's brainstorm, baby.
First one is, and I shared this with our favorite identical twin, Emily Duckworth. Huge fan.
Okay,
Because
so
this
it's about
involves
twins.
twins.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
Okay. So, you have 8 non-twin people
Okay.
that are in the mix. Guys and girls, I guess. 4 guys, 4 girls, non-twins.
Okay.
Then you have another set of 8 people that are made up of 4 sets of twins,
Okay.
all identicals.
Okay.
The 8.
Wait. Oh, okay. All identicals, but not all identical to themselves. They're not
No,
8.
4 sets of their own.
Okay.
Their own twins.
They're not 8 clones.
The original 8 people who are not twins don't know that there's twins involved in this show at all.
Love this.
They only think there's 4 other people. They think there's 12 people in this.
Oh my gosh.
And so they're all trying to find love, but the twins have to like communicate back and forth. Like, okay, I talked to John about this. And
I said
he
we
knows-
like salmon. I hate salmon.
Yeah. Well, sorry, you have to act like that now.
We're making salmon croquettes tonight, so just get over it.
So that's one option, is that they're always going back and forth, switching in and out, kind of a Mary Kate and Ashley Full House type thing.
Oh my gosh, I love
switching
this.
them in and
Yeah,
out.
Parent Trap.
Or you could also have it be where there's always just one twin, does the whole thing the entire time. And then at the very end, when it's like the finale or it's time to like propose or whatever the end of the show is, then the other twin comes out for the first time. And it's like, can they like discern that this is a different person? Like, this is
No,
not
yes.
the twin that I've been courting for a month.
No, I think instead of having them both come out at once, having like the very last rose or whatever you want to call it, like the very final thing before they decide.
No, that's the other twin. That's what I was saying.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Not, I thought you were saying like they come out together.
No, like he goes to propose to the other twin.
And you're like, you're not the same person. And if they can tell, then you pass.
yes, and if not,
Perfectly.
then
If
you just
not-
start swinging.
Yeah. It's like, you jerk. Like, yeah, you don't know anything about me.
Yeah.
Cause like Emily, I can totally tell the difference between Emily and Taylor. It's
For
very
being
easy.
identical, yeah, they're pretty
Very distinct.
distinct. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell them apart.
And so I'd be like, what are you doing here? You're not Emily.
You're not my wife.
Oh, I love that.
Gunner's wife.
Because even if only 1 out of the 4 struggled and didn't know or didn't want to say anything, that's the other thing is like, did you do something different with your makeup? Your eyes look different. Like, like that's offensive. You don't want to say that.
You had 2 arms, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You were ambidextrous before and not so much now.
And I think someone needs to be gay.
Okay.
Let's throw that in.
Okay.
I'm not willing to budge on that,
That's
actually.
very PC of you.
Someone's gay.
Yeah. Good for you, man.
Just to stir the pot.
Okay.
We got one gay twin, one's not. Creates this
okay.
whole other conversation.
Or
on-
what if what happens is like one of the twins falls like one of the twins is always like watching the
We got
secret camera.
Twin on twin action.
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm actually in love with this guy.
Holy crap.
This guy's for me. I don't know
Yes.
why did Emily get to go first and find love and while Taylor just sits back? Why not, Taylor gets jealous. She's like, I want to be in the front lines.
Now we're talking.
Yes, I
This
like
is
this.
drama.
Oh yeah.
This is good.
Love it.
Okay. While we're on the
Wait, what are we gonna call it?
didn't get that far,
Twin-
but we should now.
Twin turbos.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Because it's a mountain house. It's not
Okay.
Key West anymore.
Good for you.
It's in Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like it's some like
diversifying.
yeah.
Getting out to Colorado
Finally,
after that pandemic.
Enough Los Angeles reality shows. All
We're
right.
done. We need Keystone. The key to love, and it's in Keystone. The key to twinning.
Yes, a double shot at love.
Yes. I
And-
like it.
Yeah.
Double shot.
While we're on the gay train, gay parade,
Okay.
new reality show
Uh-huh.
or the second one that came up with was, let's say it's very bachelor-esque, bachelorette. One woman, 15 dudes,
Okay.
14 of them are gay. One of them not gay.
Oh no.
So she's trying to find out who is the straight one and like propose or whatever, like match with him in the end.
Okay.
The 14 gay guys are trying to have to like act hetero the entire time, which would be awesome.
What's up?
And also, there's probably some male on male action happening. So that's like a whole like other like subplot of the show. Like
Okay.
they're getting after it.
Sure.
And the whole time, the straight guy is probably like, just trying to act normal.
Yeah.
But he's hanging around 14 other gay guys. So what's happening to him? I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, he morphs. So you're saying it's pro-choice.
I don't know if he morphs.
He morphs his preferences.
Um,
Whoa, that would be nuts.
and so she's just, and like the audience knows the whole time. And so they're in on it. They know who's who. And it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, you see like an interaction between, we'll call her Rachel and Stefan. Rachel and Stefan's like, hey, I just love the way you you look tonight. And then in the back of his, like you have that other like side
He's like,
interview.
that
He's like,
outfit.
oh my gosh, the sequins. I don't know. And then,
See, yeah, that's funny. Great TV.
then she kisses him and she's like, is that a candy bar in your pocket? $100,000 payday, whatever Michael Scott says.
Do you ever see that? That reminds me, the movie I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, you could never make that movie now. I don't think.
Yeah.
No chance. But I think like it's Jessica Biel who's the girl, and Adam Sandler has to pretend that he's gay, and so she's like trying on swimsuits for him, and she's just like, well, I don't want to say too much, but he's just like, ewy.
Yeah, you're nasty, basically.
Ew.
I love how you say they could never make that movie again, but we're basically making the opposite of that movie into a TV show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a hit.
Yes.
We're winning Emmys. We're winning lots of Emmys for this.
What would that one be called?
That one would be called...
You're not gay.
Yes. You're not... Hey, we're wanting you to come onto a reality show called You're Not Gay. Imagine the girl. I don't understand why they're calling it this, but everything else about it seems awesome. All these guys, like, none of them are like dirty or like, they all keep to themselves. Oh, man. So we're going to call this one You're Not Gay. Perfect.
And in the end, that's what instead of giving roses, the girl just kind of gives like a finger guns and says, like, you're going home because you're not gay.
Sure.
Something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
So yeah, that just happened last night. I had those ideas just during a FaceTime call. And I was like,
Okay.
feel good. I should
Yeah.
record an episode right now. The
Okay.
ideas are flowing, but that's why I stopped there. I didn't,
Both of those have rich potentials for drama.
I thought so too. I was like, for someone who never watches reality TV, I feel like I know what it takes.
Yeah.
Like gay twins.
Now we're
New
talking.
show.
Combine them together, baby.
Your eyes. Huh? No, hot dog.
Oh, hot dogs.
Hot
That's what they're going to
dogs.
be called. Double dogs.
What is? Oh, it's the now. I know probably it's the same movie when they're trying to protest like gay rights, and he's got 2 hot dogs and 1 bun. He's like, "That look right to you? Does that look right to you?"
Good times, man.
Ooh. Anyway, okay. Back in the day, we had that one episode. I think it was even titled "What a Coinky Dink," because there were a lot of coinky dinks,
We doing it?
coincidences. We got another week of that.
Okay, I'm going to get ready.
There's only 2 of them. Okay.
Only 2?
But they're good ones.
Okay.
They're good. Mainly 1. Okay, whatever. I've said too much. I really should not say anymore. I really should not. Okay. You ever thinking that word, by the way?
No, I gave up because I wanted to actively listen to you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
The first one is just I'm at Micro Center, which by the way, you ever been there?
Once, I think.
It's always popping.
I think I got like a 216 gig or megabyte flash drive like a long time ago for like $30,
It's pretty
it's
much,
always popping.
Yeah, like you think of Radio Shacks being like no one's ever there. They're out of business now. Micro Center is just like a big version of that, and they're crushing it.
It's like really like for the big computer nerds though.
It
I
is.
think.
It's less like household. Like I need AA batteries, and it's like I need a
I need
new
an
like
Ascender,
fan for
yeah.
my custom built PC or something.
SSD.
That's
Solid
the name
state.
of the. Oh, okay. I thought you were going back to the Gay Twins reality show. So I'm in the parking lot of there, and there's a license plate that says "Todo bien,"
Todo bien.
and I'm looking at it. I have a 9th grade semester of Spanish under my belt, and I'm like, I think that means it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it means?
I think so.
Okay, I thought so too. And I'm like just,
Todo all being good.
and I'm just kind of patting myself on the back, like, man, Jake, you're so smart. You barely took Spanish, and
Yeah.
you're reading Spanish license plates. It's all good.
And then you see like a picture of a dog in the corner and you're like, oh no, it's Toto, like from Todo is good. And then, yeah.
But wait, that's a Chihuahua. That's the Taco Bell dog. And he's saying, yo quiero taco bien.
Yo quiero todo bien.
Okay, so that's the first half of First Coinky Dink.
Oh, what a coinky!
No, it hasn't happened yet.
My bad. I didn't want to miss
You
my
were there,
drop.
though. No, you were there. We got a very dynamic, very interesting timeline of events here. So now we're skipping ahead a little bit, or going back in time. So something.
The Last Dance style.
Yes.
Okay.
They do love switching that timeline.
My gosh.
Which sometimes they're like, oh, I was getting into this storyline, and now we're going back 4 years. But it's great.
It's like on the other guys. Remember when the British guy's like, in order for you to understand this, I have to go back and have to tell you about this, and then go back here, and then go back and then back. That's what I felt like they were doing.
That's funny. Last Dance I finished it. It's so good.
Hot dog. It was so good.
I mean, yeah, just I want to watch it again.
Me too.
Okay, so I did something this past week that I didn't tell anyone about at first because I was embarrassed about it.
These are my favorite ways you start stories.
And maybe I don't think I've told you. Maybe you've already found out about it just because I was like, this is embarrassing. This is weird.
Wait, can I say something before you say this?
Sure.
Maybe I don't want to say it. I'm gonna say it.
Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Never mind. You know what? Never mind. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. The other night I was checking somebody's location. I checked your location and you were off the grid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Does it have to do with that at all?
No, I noticed that yesterday. I was like, why is my location not being shared with anyone?
Okay.
So I turned it back on.
Bummer. I was
when that
hoping I'd
happened.
crack the code. Because you were like, maybe you've already heard about this. I was like, I do know you were dark for a while.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That you knew that. So many moons ago, back when I think I first played pickleball, and I put it on my Instagram story, and it was my baby of the week on the podcast. A girl who followed me on Instagram at the time said, hey, if you like pickleball, my dad is like the pickle pro at Chicken and Pickle and gives lessons or whatever. I was like, cool. So I kind of never forgot about that. And so this past week, Isaac and I went and took lessons at Chicken and Pickle from like a professional pickleball player.
Really?
And I was just, I didn't tell anyone because I was like, this is so embarrassing. This is so silly.
Did you pay for them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. A lot?
It's $50.
Oh,
Total.
per person? Oh,
Total.
okay.
Todo bien.
Todo bien.
It's all
Todo
good.
15. Oh, wow.
So did that without ever meeting his daughter. Just like she follows me on Instagram.
Love
We've
it.
DM'd before.
Well, you're friends. If she follows you on Instagram, she has clout to say whatever she wants to you, and you need to listen
And
to
I
it.
have to. Yeah. So she understood the rules with, I was like,
Right.
and I did too. I was like, now I have to take a lesson because she told me to on Instagram.
But then she was like, why are you getting within 6 feet of my dad, you jerk?
I did get off on a bad foot or not a bad foot. It was just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
You stepped on his shoe.
I stuck out my hand to shake his hand. And he was
Golly.
like, maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
And I think that was also because he was like representing Chicken and Pickle, maybe. I was like,
sure.
I probably shouldn't. Whatever.
Sure.
So lesson is great. It's really fun. And keep in mind, this has been like 6 months between first DM and like now I'm having this lesson.
Yeah.
And the very next night, we're all playing pickleball up at Meadowbrook. I don't think you could make it this night. It was Isaac and I and a couple other friends. I go to turn on the lights to like, re-hit them, whatever, it doesn't matter. I walk outside the park. When I'm out there, girl goes, hey, she's in the darkness. I don't know who this is. I go, oh, what are you doing here?
Not again.
You're kidding. It's Andy's daughter. The next day.
Ready? What a quakey dink!
So that was nuts. I'm like, whoa, what are the odds of like me meeting you? Not only this, like the most opportune time of me walking outside of the pickleball court right now at this time, right when you're walking from like her picnic back to her car.
Yeah.
Incredible timing of this happening. And she recognizes me, says, hey.
Oh, she wasn't there to play pickleball.
No, she had a picnic at the park and was walking back to her car.
Wow. Park picnic and then back to go to where I parked.
Incredible timing. So I'm like, that's crazy. Isaac and I are both like impressed like that. What are the odds of that?
Okay,
What are the
can I
ratios?
ask, are you coming back to Micro Center?
It's all coming back.
Okay.
Sorry, this is taking forever, but
no,
it's almost
this is
done.
great. This is awesome.
It's almost done. I go to
About a quarter of the way through.
a coffee shop the next day. First time I've been in a coffee shop since the lockdown happened.
Yeah.
I'm like excited to go back to this one and
Because
go
you
there.
love coffee. That's why you're going to coffee shops.
And I go, and who do I see in there but the
No.
same girl again?
What a quakey dink!
Lauren's there again. And so now it's like I've seen a member of her family 3 days in a row now. Chicken and Pickle, Meadowbrook Park, Pilgrim Coffee is what it's called.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is crazy. This is so funny. Whatever. How does this keep happening? See you tomorrow. Go out in the parking lot.
Don't.
And there is a license plate that says Todo bien.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
I'm not kidding.
What a coincidencia! Oh!
Coincidencia enormous.
Wow. So do you think it was her core?
Oh, wait, well, I don't think she was at Micro Center. I guess it could be. I should have asked.
I don't think she was at Micro Center, but at the coffee shop, she was rebuilding a computer that she found in the dumpster.
It seemed like a guy's car. You go in Micro Center, everyone in there is a guy.
Yeah.
But she did say, hola, Yake, when I saw her.
Yake? Is that what they called you at Chipotle that one time?
Yaki.
Yaki?
Yaki, yeah.
Yaki with the Mr. Beep. Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah,
Those are some great coincidence.
72 hours of like, this is a little weird.
What?
And unfortunately, I had to admit that I took pickleball lessons to say that. So just
I need to. Can I talk more? Can we talk more about that?
let's talk pickle.
I want to know more. Like, what did he say about your game? First of all, did he think you were pretty good?
He was very complimentary of
Really?
Isaac and I, which is pretty cool.
Of both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
What did he say? were your
Isaac,
strengths?
if you can hear, come down and pitch in, because Isaac remembers it better than I do. But he said something cool at the end of just like, if you guys want to, you could be very successful in this sport. Something like that. It's like, oh, cool.
You hear that, MacGuffin?
And
We
because
won it.
he was just like, so how many years have you been playing? And we're like, well, we've kind of just started at
Like
the
a
lockdown.
quarter of a year, maybe?
Yeah, like mainly 2 months.
Yeah.
And so he was pretty impressed. And
Oh no way.
it was just a fun combination of like, most sports, you know at least how to play them because you grow up playing basketball, you grow up playing baseball, so you know the fundamentals. Pickleball, it's just been us and our friends playing, so we
Yeah.
don't really know. We got
Yeah.
YouTube from time to time, but still,
Right.
you don't really know what you're doing. So he was very helpful from a strategy standpoint, from a technique standpoint, just like discernment, discretion, like when to hit balls, when to put away balls, just
Yeah.
like all sorts of stuff.
Dude,
And
that's
I'll share
awesome.
it with you for $40 an hour. I'll tell you exactly what he told me.
Discounted rate. Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
So yeah, it was cool and fun and
Wow.
yeah.
I love that you did that. Because sometimes I think maybe I'm way more into pickleball than the rest of my friends, and I'm just annoying them by
No,
asking
no.
them to play too much.
Are you kidding? I've been wanting to play 3 days in a row and no one has played
I
with
know,
me.
dude. I know. Freaking this kid. I tell you what, man. I'm
Bo
about
is
done
sucking
with
the
him.
life
Yeah.
out of me.
Sucking the teat and sucking the life. I'll just tell you right now. I just can't stand it.
One hurts worse.
Dude, sometimes he goes for mine. I'm serious.
That'll make
doesn't-
you lose some weight.
He doesn't know. He's like, because he can't see yet. He's kind of like blind. Like he just kind of see black and white. So he's like, it's like a fish, trying to go for like those, like you drop in like some pretzels in there. He just goes for it, and it's like, no.
He wants your little pretzels.
Yeah,
There was a
my bite sized.
I thought that it was a TikTok trend because there was a hashtag and it was like hopping on this trend, and it was like film your baby after you pull up your shirt while your breast. You're like
No, I've seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, okay.
With the country song.
Oh, maybe we've even talked about it before. Either way,
No,
when
I'm just really big into TikTok
Okay.
these days.
I clicked on it and there were like 4 videos and I was like, oh, so this isn't a trend yet. This is just like, I'm just kind of like, it's a humid day.
No,
I'm taking my shirt off.
I don't know how TikTok works, but I didn't like the video or anything, but I see those videos almost every time I get on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
TikTok's algorithm is pretty impressive. Maybe it knows you're a dad or maybe it knows you've had your pretzel sucked on
Maybe,
recently.
dude. No,
Who knows?
he's never successfully latched.
Kind of slap him
It's like,
down.
whoa, Bo,
Hey.
come on. Hey.
Whoa, Bo.
That's great.
Sure, what were we talking about? Oh, pickleball, yeah. Because last week I played 6 days in a row, and on the 6th day I went for a 2-a-day, and then I haven't played for 3 days in a row.
Dude, I know. We played some good pickleball. The last time I played was so fun.
And it got so sunburnt.
You did.
Oh,
So you took off your shirt almost immediately. I took mine off about halfway through.
smart decision.
About halfway through. And I was red, and I'm still itchy at night. Are you itchy at night?
So itchy.
Yeah.
Right in here.
Right in the crease.
Oh, it's so
Right
annoying.
in the breastbone. Yeah, it is pretty rough. So
yeah,
but-
we're sunburned in years.
that's crazy because it wasn't even that hot. It was kind of hot. I mean, it's like 80.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but it's still May in Kansas.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think the UV
Yeah.
would be that high.
That's crazy, dude.
It's also crazy to me in our pickleball group text, and I'm not saying anything negative. It's just legitimately in my stage of life, it's crazy. There was one day, I think Saturday, it was just like, hey, can anyone play pickleball? And then there were like 3 texts in a row of like, let me check with my wife. Let me ask, whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend that. And like, yeah, like I'm saying,
Yeah.
not saying any of you are like
Yeah,
wrong for doing that. It's just it was just funny. It was like a big moment for me. I'm like,
Right.
I'm completely in control of my own schedule.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
you're-
need to continue being thankful for this. I don't have to ask anyone to do anything.
Right.
Es todo bien.
Todo es bien. I don't have to ask mi esposo por nothing. Okay. Yeah, totally. Because it's like, especially these days, man, it's like like, obviously, I think she'll always say, nah, I think she'll say yes probably 80% of the time if I ask. But I also want to be considerate of like, maybe I shouldn't even ask tonight. Maybe I should read the room a little bit.
Sure.
And so sometimes I'm just like, yeah. We've talked about this though. Like, would you rather somebody text you back, hey, let me check, or just wait until they check and then text you back?
Yeah, the worst is like, hey, do you have any ideas for da-da-da-da-da-da? They text back, still thinking.
Yeah, because
Okay.
on one hand, you want to know that they got it and that they're thinking about it.
Sure.
But on the other hand, it's like, that's a waste of a text.
It just cost me 10 cents.
Yeah. So much for a waste of what was Michael's waste of a text?
Waste of a text.
To Oscar. Anyway, because yeah, it's like because you complained the other day, like, yeah, no one was responding to me.
No one's texting
And I was
back.
like, for the record, I want to play and I'm thinking about it. I just don't know for sure if I can. I want to make sure that we don't have anything going on or that, whatever. Catherine hasn't had a hard day with the kids, which is crazy to say kids, but, and so I just don't respond right away. So now I'm at this like awkward impasse.
No, I think here's the new rules.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a group message, you should not give a check-in because it's annoying 8 phones at once.
Okay.
I think if it's one-on-one, then it's like, hey, I hear you. Let me get back with you later.
Okay, cool.
So
That's
you're
good.
doing it the right way.
Sometimes.
You're doing it perfectly.
I am. You're right. I'm perfectly.
I am perfectly.
Imperfectly. I'm perfectly.
I am Ola, and I play perfectly.
Hello. Every day I'm shuffling.
Don't have too many updates on Ola. I saw him once the next night after we recorded, and he was in jeans.
I heard that. Because it was cold, he said?
He was like, it's cold. I was like, there's other pants. You got soft pants, or you only have hard pants?
I just have hard pants. my pants are hard? Never mind. I have hard pants.
Fill in the blank.
You know the joke. You know the thing.
But hopefully we'll see him again soon. We'll get back up there and start pickling.
I can't. Yeah, I want to play. Yeah, anyway. I told you the other day, jokes are back. The jokes are back in town.
Joke Writing Brad is back.
Joke writing bad. I got a email the other day that said, hey, would you be interested in writing jokes? This time we want you to write them for teens.
Ooh.
I literally Googled popular things for teenagers. There's not much out there for that Google search. So then I Googled popular musicians, and let me just tell you some of the jokes I have. What do you call a rapper that you hire to watch after your kids?
Okay, hold on. A rapper.
I every time I read some of these to Catherine, she's like, that is the most far-fetched, ridiculous question of a joke. Like you don't hire a rapper to watch your kids.
Oh, Kath. A rapper to watch your kids. I mean, there's so many to choose from. It's going to be hard to, like, babysitter, nanny. It's a pun with a rapper. What is it?
The Babysitter.
Oh, the babysitter. Oh, that's good. That
was one of the ones they rejected. They were only rejected 3 of my 50. One of them was The Babysitter.
They're not up with the times.
I guess not.
Rockstar's the #1 song on Spotify right now from DaBaby.
See, I don't even know that song.
Well, between you and I, we
The
can fill in
Babysitter, yeah.
the people.
Okay.
That's good.
This is such a dumb question. What do you call a musician who has 2 faces? Dua Lipas.
Dua Lipas. Oh, like lips? Yeah. Dua Lipas.
They loved that one. What's a reptile's favorite singer?
Okay. A reptile's favorite singer. Celine. No.
Dion. I'll be right when you gotta be, right?
A lizard.
Lizardo. Yeah. Love that one too.
Lizard.
One of the ones they rejected was, what does Han Solo order at a Mexican restaurant?
I don't know.
Chewbacca mole.
Oh.
I thought that was great. Chewbacca mole. They didn't like that one, but they loved this one so bad. What day of the week never loses? Wednesday. That's dumb.
Oh, the teens will
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh. In homeroom, they are going to die over that
is
one.
comedy.
Yeah, my gosh. So anyway, making easy money again.
Wednesday. They looked at email.
$5.
Yes!
That's a good one.
That's why we do it.
That's a bingo. This is why we do it.
Carol, come. I know you're on the phone. Come in here. Look at this. Guy said Wednesday. W-I-N.
Yeah, he spelled it different though. He spelled it different.
Get a load of this guy.
What's Katniss's favorite food? Pita bread. Sullivan, get over here! Sullivan! He spelled it like the catching fire guy. Oh goodness,
Man,
those kids get it. You know the thing.
if
That is a perfectly timed joke.
If we're laughing, imagine the teens.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to love it even more.
Oh,
Back on the Chewbacca mole, do you think we're going to lose chips and queso, chips and salsa
No.
from COVID? Like, are we going to lose that, right at restaurants?
no, here's what they're going
to
to do. Here's what the annoying people of the world are going to do. They're going to sell it for more expensive, and they're going to make it in front of you at your table. That's what they're going to
with
do.
the mortar and pestle.
Yes,
like
genuinely.
like a little
it's gonna be like
caveman.
It's going to be like a small fondue every single time. It's like, okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and wrap in, or go ahead and crush up the Gouda for you. And it's like, come on, just give me the stuff in the back that you mass produced.
Like, waiters already can be very annoying, but
Yeah.
now when they have to turn cheese into queso in front of you, so be about 10 more minutes until I really grind it down into a liquid.
Yeah, I'll be taking care of you for, just, this was difficult back in the day, but then I went to Gold's Gym for a few weeks and then it's about better here. I don't know.
Have we talked about before just like the lose situation of not writing down people's orders as a waiter?
Like, who are you trying to prove? Like, who are you trying to impress here?
Yes.
That guy, I'll give him a 25% tip instead of my normal 25.
He remembered that I wanted honey barbecue bone in. That is nuts.
Golly, how do you do that?
And then let's say you don't get it right, and it's like, dude, just write it down.
Yeah,
you
that's
write
fair.
it down.
That's fair. I get it. Like, who are you trying? Like, what? You trying to save paper? Use a phone. Get out your Evernote. I don't care.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
get 2 devices for free. Use them. Use them. One
That's
for
right.
business, one for pleasure.
Yeah,
Please.
absolutely. Your B and your P.
Real quick, on the note of personalizing your order or whatever, doesn't matter. Just similar stuff. This week, I go to Andy's, as I've been doing a lot.
Great call.
Todo bien.
Todo bien. Todo bien. Todo bien at
Andy's
los
is-
Andes.
So much better than all the other ice cream places. Can't even compare them.
Really?
It's like frozen custard to oranges. It's not even comparable. No, I do. I just wanted to say it for that. I do love Andy's though. And I've been getting the same thing every time. This new menu item, it's the drumstick concrete.
Bro, I had that the other day. It was awesome.
Fire.
Yes. Okay.
It's
yes.
so nice.
It's so good.
I get it with no nuts. Every time I order it
What?
the same way. It
Really?
comes with nuts and I get it with no nuts.
No nuts.
Yeah, so that's how I've ordered it the entire time. But one time, only once, happened this week. I say, can I get the small drumstick concrete and can I have no nuts on that, please? And she goes, what, are you allergic?
What are you, gay?
I've seen you. You're on that gay TV show.
You're not gay. So why do you want nuts?
It's got some layers to it. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't go too deep.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Well, not exactly. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, do you make it differently if I'm allergic or I'm not? She's like, no, I was just curious. I was like, okay. All right.
Just trying to make conversation by making you feel bad about your order.
Yeah, then I'm like shamefully, no, just personal preference.
Just don't like it.
It takes away from the ice cream.
Yeah, I prefer the taste without it.
I feel bad.
You allergic?
I'm like, maybe I should be. Maybe
You
something
know
to
what?
think about.
I am.
You know what? Let me call my
Yeah.
doctor.
I am allergic to red meat, though. You could have said. You should have said no, but allergic to red meat.
But I do have allergens.
Mm-hmm.
Pollen. I'm so sneezy this time of year. It's like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
And you guys are doing cash now, right? No, I have a credit card. I'm sorry I started this conversation. Yeah.
Goodness.
Wait, allergic?
No.
Caught me off guard. Yeah. Sorry. I should have prefaced.
That's what waiters should start doing, is just make you feel bad about your order until you order the most expensive thing. Like, yeah, can I just get a Caesar salad and just dressing on the side?
What, can you not afford, like a steak?
What do you not like manly food? Do you not like steaks? Yeah.
Trey's got a joke in his show where he asks people, he'll like go to the audience and, we have any dog moms in the house? And, he'll ask, okay, and what's your dog? And, it's the joke is the same no matter what they say every time.
Yeah.
Like, I have an English bulldog. Oh, couldn't afford a golden doodle. And it gets
Yes,
a laugh
right.
every time. It's so funny. Yeah.
Right.
I have a lab mix. Couldn't afford a golden doodle.
And they're like
pretty
so
funny.
excited to tell you like the very intricate.
Oh, they're so fun.
Like, yeah, he's a golden, yeah, purebred golden, but his mom was a mutt. I don't know. That doesn't work.
It's amazing, how this happened. But yeah, it's great. I've even been like, I should incorporate the audience more into it because it's so fun, especially when you kind of like,
Totally.
it seems more random than it is.
Yeah.
I think it's so great.
Well, and you're so good at improvising that you could make it completely random.
That
Like,
would
you
be
could
fun.
literally ask a guy like, "Where are you from?" From Detroit. Well, you couldn't afford. I don't know. You couldn't afford Minneapolis.
Oh, what are you into? Like the Lions and Homicide? Cool. This is great
We
practice.
like mediocre football and murder.
Just by looking at you, I could tell you don't like winning in football and a little double homicide
Yeah,
downtown.
Oh, you like drive-bys and oh yeah,
John Kitna.
John Kitna. Oh man,
That's fun.
that is good.
Where are you from? Just make fun of, because obviously wherever they're at is going to be where we're performing.
Right, just
So
make fun
of everyone.
Just make fun of where, kind of like I think Dane. What's his name? Dane Watosh. His
Yeah.
first name. He like made a joke about like Nebraskans. And he's like, and yes, I did say that joke in Omaha.
Yeah, I still said that in Omaha.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious. One that's observation that I have from this week. A lot of people are driving with masks on.
Why?
There's probably people listening to this podcast that could very well be driving with a mask on
with
now.
a mask on right now.
Let me ask you this. You taking showers with your swim trunks on?
You Tobias in it up on there? Tobias Bluth? That's his name, Tobias something. Funke.
Funke?
Yeah.
Yeah, never nude. You got jorts
Yeah,
on in the shower.
Funke.
Who are you saving? Who are you saving?
Well, the people in the steering wheel.
It's
you
like,
know?
yeah, unless this is like a shared car
Yeah.
where, well, still, CDC said does spread on surfaces. So many reasons to not wear a mask while you're driving.
Let's go ahead and put on blast our friend Scott for a second. Scott Sell, who came to Pickleball the other day wearing a mask.
Oh, poor guy.
Great guy because he is obeying his wife's orders.
Incredible. Gunnar and I were talking about this yesterday. We were like,
But that was the day that you got so sunburned
It
too.
was
Like it was so humid and
because
hot.
it rained in the morning. And so when that sun came out, it was like hot dog.
It was hot.
It was a sweaty day of pickle.
Hot
and
swamp.
poor Scott, his wife is a nurse.
Yeah.
And she had just treated her first COVID positive patient.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say the patient tested perfectly positive.
Perfectly positive in a negative way.
Apples to oranges.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And, I think she was fresh off that. I was like, Scott, you can play, but I want you to wear this mask. You know, protect Brad. He's got a newborn. So
Right.
very like selfless move.
No, totally.
But poor guy, I can't even imagine the muzzle, just
he
the
was struggling.
chamber of sweat, just a greenhouse of sweat in and around his
Oh
mouth.
my gosh. Yeah. Just a sauna in there. Like just,
We played for 3 hours, and I'd say he left it on for an hour 45 at least.
yeah, at least.
And
We'll
then
say, we'll say a whole 3 hours for
no.
Sam if she's listening.
He listens.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, he a ball gets hit out of the out of the fence, and I had just bought these balls, and so I was a little bit like, I would like to have it back, and unfortunately, it went into some sort of drainage that doesn't smell good.
It was nasty.
Could have been some sewage, but then again, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't smell bad, but also saying like,
Surely it's not.
they don't run the sewage.
It's in a very nice park in the middle of a very nice county.
I mean-
in Kansas. They would never.
This is where, I mean, like the daughter of a chicken and pickle pro chooses to have picnics. You think they have
exactly.
sewage there?
Yeah, the guy's making $50 an hour. his daughter doing just fine.
Yeah. So you had a rough day.
But it was so ironic. Like the guy that's trying to stay so healthy is now wading through this nasty water.
Yeah.
Just like
to fetch a $4 pickleball.
Oh, it was awesome. So shout out Scott and the people that are driving with masks on.
Yeah.
It's time. As Future would say, I'm really cool, and I understand teen
you're
jokes.
kind of the teen guy.
As Future would say, it's time to take the mask off.
Mask off.
And the mask off. Dun, 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 dun. I have nothing else to say to you, Jake, as far as my notes. FYI. That's not true. Limes. I love limes. That's I wrote that down. Limes are my favorite thing right now.
My favorite chips for a couple years now have been Tostitos.
Tortillas con un hint of lime.
Hint of lime.
Yeah, hint of lime.
You're going to develop quite a bit of residue on these fingers, but it's fine.
No,
and it's going to take sevell licks to get it off.
Which is great.
It's
You're
fine.
like, I welcome it.
Yeah, me gusta the lime.
Oh,
so
yeah.
give me more of it. Yeah, I love hint of lime.
Dude, I love squirting lime in my drinks. I still contend that no one truly likes LaCroix, but I think I might like LaCroix a little bit if I put a real lime in it. Maybe. But I'm not going to go there.
Thought about it? No, not going to actually. Yeah, lime's great.
Great.
My
Wonderful.
most viral TikTok. Oops, sorry, I'm bad at pickup limes.
Bum, 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 bum,
Teenagers,
bum, bum,
let me
bum,
hear
bum.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, limes are great. I wish it was more appropriate to take a nap in your front yard.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday I was a little sleepy,
Uh-huh.
overcast. Grass is getting a little long, but in a good way. It
Okay.
looks so soft. And I was like, people are going to call the cops if I nap here.
especially with my shirt off.
But I want to so bad.
Would you just go straight on the grass?
Yes.
Like grass pad?
STG.
Wow, really?
Yeah, farm to table, straight to grass.
Straight to
That's
grass.
how I do it. Free range nap.
Grass fed.
Grass sled.
Grass slept. Yeah.
I was
Why
really
not?
craving
Just
it.
start it, dude. Just start it. It's fine. I mean, maybe just put a few blankets around you to show like, hey, I'm doing this on
This on
purpose.
purpose.
I'm not dead. Like, that's what maybe people would think is like, is that guy okay?
You're not dead.
You've always known that.
One time, like 4 years ago, I was having a lot of trouble with the old Chevy Impala. She'd hit about 315,000 miles, was overheating. If I would come to any kind of consistent stop, like red lights were terrible for me.
It was fine, except for when I came to a stop.
Yeah,
That
so
was
I had to get pretty strategic in how I drive places. And one day I spoke at a school that morning. So here I am, being a good little boy for free, speaking at like, Blue Valley, Southwest, somewhere
yeah.
400 miles away, felt like. And on the way back, there's construction. So I'm having to come to stops. And this is all coming back to the nap thing, I promise.
You're good.
And so I'm like, this is gonna suck. And when you know it, my car overheats, I have to pull over to the side. But I woke up at like 5 a.m. that day, and it's kind of a nice day out. I think maybe a little rain had started. Like, I have nothing else to do while my car like gets back to normal temperature, so I'm gonna nap. And I woke up to 2 police officers knocking on my window because people had called them and told them that someone was dead in my car. I had completely forgotten about this, but I was going through my Snapchat memories, and it was like, this day 4 years ago. And I watched this whole story. I was like, oh, yeah.
They thought I was a homeless guy
Yeah.
sleeping and dying in my car.
Yeah, people called the cops and thought I died on the highway 4
That
years
is the
ago.
most Johnson County thing. Oh, you were on the highway when it happened?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't. I thought you were like on a random like side street.
No, I think I was on like 435. But it wasn't like cars were zooming by. Like there was slow traffic. So I didn't feel that in danger, but also probably gave more people time to like see this dead guy.
Like, dude, that's not just like a stopped car. That's like a stalled heart in there.
And so now I have this, fear of being claimed dead when I'm asleep in public.
Which is crazy because you sleep harder than almost anybody I know.
I
And
get
so-
pretty close to death.
And so if someone is going by on one of their walks, one per week walk, they see you and they're like, maybe we should check on that guy.
Like, hey, is Todo bien?
It's, hey man, todo bien? And you don't say a word. You won't even move. Like
No.
genuinely, you could be perceived as dead. I get it. I get why those people do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I should try to fake my own death tonight when I sleep. Gotcha.
I'm awake.
That's the joke.
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know. I took naps in Spain whenever I studied abroad there. I took naps in public a lot.
Siestas?
Yes, I did. And it was great. But I feel like, is it less culturally acceptable here in the United States to take a nap in like a park? Like if you saw somebody sleeping in a park
Yeah.
right now, you'd just be like, what's that creepo doing?
Go home.
Yeah. Get in a bed. Get under the covers. So
I
don't
always
know.
wanted to, when we were on like day offs from camp, I always wanted to be able to buy like an hour bed, like bed by the hour, like a little nap pod.
Mm.
It's like, I'm surprised this isn't a thing. And maybe in big cities, Los Angeles, New York City, maybe you can buy a nap pod,
Airbnb bed.
Airbnb bed for an hour.
Mhm.
But
Love
in Branson, Missouri, they don't have it currently. I'll say that.
Okay.
But
Branson's not really on the cutting edge though.
no, unless it's, country western entertainment.
Mhm. Yeah. Confederate flag making
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Should we get into a few voice memos? We're like an hour and like 13 minutes into this. So do a few.
I'm good to do whatever. I mean, yeah, Catherine's just at home watching our kids, so I'm good with whatever. I don't care. I don't care about her. I'm just kidding.
She's just at home changing the oil in my car because her dad taught her how to. So, she's got time. She'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do a couple of these and then we'll get into the review of the week, jingle, end it there.
Love
Sweet.
it.
This first one's from Claire.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Claire, currently residing in Pennsylvania. I am a huge fan of the podcast. Thanks for all the laughs. I wanted to ask you guys, I just found out that my brother-in-law has never had Taco Bell. And I'm not sure how this slipped by our screening process when he was dating my sister. But now they've been married for 8 years and have 3 kids. So
It's not too late to
the
go
best
back.
thing that we can do is to give him a fantastic Taco Bell experience. So my question for you fast food experts
Thank
is,
you.
what should his first Taco Bell order be in order to give him the best experience possible? Any advice that you could give would be great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Claire. I'm allergic to most of the menu at Taco Bell, so I'll let you start it off. And then
Which
I'll
is
have some closing
impressive that
thoughts.
you're actually, it's proof that they actually have real meat, because for a long time I was like, I don't know what's going on in those Taco Bell meats.
So that was part of the thing that like made me realize I was sick.
I believe that Isaac McDonald had not had Taco Bell before he entered my friendship. And so I've really helped him out a lot. I've shown him the ways.
You're kind of a Taco Bell ambassador.
Yeah, Taco ambassador. First of all, my opinion might be a lot different than Jake's, but my opinion is don't go for the meals, go for all the menu, like discount
Their
items.
dollar menu is pretty great.
They have great, like you can get a lot of good food
Yeah.
for good, like beefy 5-layer burrito. My gosh. Oh, hot burrito.
I got something to say about that later.
I have a feeling you do. Beefy 5-layer. I really like the cinnamon twists. Don't not get them. Get them.
And if you've like, actually though, they will crunch the roof of your mouth. If you have any kind of sensitive roof mouth or you burnt your mouth on some coffee, be careful.
We'll just treat it like a hard candy. Just put it in there and suck on it for like 3 minutes for each of them.
Yeah, like one of those oatmeal cookies.
Exactly. And then what else would I get? I think soft tacos are great. I don't know, just anything. Anything's great there. The chalupas are my favorite thing.
Chalupa.
But those are a little more expensive. Beefy 5-layers though, you can get like they're so cheap and they're so big and good. So hot dog.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong because it's all just
It's all pretty much the same
stuff.
thing. Yeah. It's just like, let's just mix it a little bit differently. Let's put it in a little bit different wrapping.
And every month give it a new name
Totally.
that like sounds Spanish but is still a made up word. Chalupa,
Chalupa.
quesarito. These aren't words.
You don't think chalupa might be one? Surely. Quesarito, definitely a Taco Bellism. Chalupa sounds like something that could be real.
I used to think it was crazy when we first got a dog at the triplet household back in the day. And my parents kind of teaching me like, you can't just put out food for a dog for the entire day because like a dog will eat anything you put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember like learning that, thinking that was weird, but like, oh, okay. Like, I guess I get it. And for the most part, never quite understood it until I was introduced to the beefy 5-layer burrito at Taco Bell. Because you open it up and it just looks like diarrhea with cheese. And you're like, I'm still going to eat this. I'm still going to eat all of this.
Yeah, you're like obligated to be like, that thing is huge. And then and then you eat it all. Like, like you're obligated to like acknowledge like, hey, it's way inappropriate for me to eat all this, but now I'm going to eat it.
I am a little puppy who doesn't know his appetite. And I'm going to consume all of this.
Totally. I feel that way at Chipotle a lot of times too. I'm like, this is big.
You like feel the burrito and you're like, this is going in me.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. It's happening.
Here we go. All right, Claire, good luck on that. Hope we were somewhat valuable ambassadors for you and your brother-in-law.
Hey, Jake and Brad. I'm Gianna from Iowa.
Gianna.
Pretty sure that's the Midwest. Not really sure anymore though.
Definitely.
I'm coming
No?
from Trey Kennedy's
Middle East.
Correct
Oh, okay.
Opinions podcast, where I learned that Ghostrunners is one word, not two. So I found you guys.
Let's go.
Just one word. So yeah, my question is, do you have any wrong answers for tips on how to start a podcast? So any tips for starting a podcast, but only give me wrong answers. Yeah. Big fan of the podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. Really like it. I'm really liking the YouTube stuff.
Thank you.
Anyways, bye-bye.
How to start a podcast. Always do it over Zoom. I'd say don't be face-to-face with anyone.
No. And just make sure you're like the audio in your actual computers is fine. No one really cares about how you sound.
I would say go to a public library. Say, hey, do you have any old laptops that you're not really using? Maybe they're a little slower.
Or a Micro Center. Micro Center also works for one of those.
And just get something. Honestly, just use your phone. Use your phone to record it. And
use your BlackBerry. Like, make sure it's like a old phone though.
Yeah, because so that way you can use your actual phone to look stuff up in the middle of it.
Yes.
And
good.
I'd say try to find the co-host because that's going to help. But try to find someone who you're not that familiar with so you can learn things as you go.
Right. I've always said like the less you know about someone, the more you have to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of successful just like YouTube channels and podcasts of two people who had never talked before going into business together. That's helpful.
and I would say probably try to start it in a language that you don't know very well. Like you've never even talked in that language before.
We're going to go through the Rosetta Stone together.
Yes. One episode at a time.
Last chapter first.
Oh, sure.
Let's
Just dive in.
Let's begin.
I love it. You just said it. You just said it in English. In an accent.
I was trying to make it sound
Let's begin.
make it sound like bien.
Okay. Todo begin.
I guess there's nothing else to say then. Let's start. So yeah, those are some tips. Definitely a stranger over Zoom,
Yeah.
and don't think about it much.
Yes.
If the fact you're already asking us, you've thought about it too much.
Right. Yeah. Stop. Like
Do
go
less.
back. Yeah. Do less and God bless.
That would be probably the main
Mhm.
suggest.
Suggestions.
Okay. One more for this week.
Sure.
Hey, Jake and Brad. This is Janelle from Ohio. Longtime
Ohio?
listener, first time caller.
Middle East.
I just need to first start off backing up my girl Maria from Ohio. That chili and spaghetti combo is just not a thing for the whole state, I can't say. Up here in Cleveland, I've never seen it served anywhere, never eaten it. So it's definitely not something I can generalize for the whole state up here in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Along the lines of food, I lived in Springfield, Bolivar area in Southwest Missouri for about 8 years, and I was honestly kind of
Midwest.
surprised that you guys are fans of Panda Express. When I lived there, I definitely preferred like the mom and pop places that are on just about every street corner wherever you go. So I wanted to know, what do you guys think about Springfield cashew chicken? It's a really unique dish, and you definitely can't find it anywhere else outside of Missouri. So is it really Chinese food? I don't think so. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Janelle. Random. Lived in Springfield and Bolivar. So have I.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but Springfield is randomly the home of like Americanized cashew chicken, like
Or
the Chinese food.
food. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's so many Chinese foods there.
I know what she's talking about though. Hong Kong Inn, nice, good
Nice.
fry rice,
Oh.
rice, very good
Oh,
down
hot
there.
rice.
But I never got into the cashew chicken that much because I prefer the taste of sweet and sour. So
Yeah. You like the sweeter stuff. In life.
yeah. So I'm sure it's great because that's where
Yeah.
it started. But I don't know. I don't have that much to say about it because I
How do
don't
you-
prefer it.
How do you feel about people preferring, or maybe not preferring, but going to Panda Express when other options are out there?
That's fine too.
I think that's fine.
I prefer it.
Do you?
And it's easier to know what I'm getting into rather than like, you know
Good
what?
point.
Let me try
Good
this
point.
store that says China on the sign. It doesn't even
Mhm,
have like a
mhm.
company name.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a place that like,
Rainbow China.
yeah, or it just says dentist. You know, like those shops, like I don't know if
Uh-huh.
I trust it
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they don't really have any kind of branding.
Feet. It's like, what? What do you sell there? Is this a service? Are you giving them out?
Yeah. Do I provide or
Oh, yeah.
you? Who does who for what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says China food or something. It's like I'm rolling the dice big time there. And I don't know. Well, never mind. No,
I agree.
Corona jokes.
I know exactly what you mean. Like that's how I feel about Starbucks. Like obviously you want to support local coffee shops, and coffee shops is like something that's so local and so like so much pride in local coffee shops. But you don't want to try, it's kind of a risk to try out new coffee shops because you're like, I don't know what I'm going to get into. I don't know if this is going to be the right blend of whatever. And I don't know how, like the thing for me is I don't know how long it's going to take. Like you see a line, this is not that great of an example because this is a chain too, but like you want to go to lunch and you're thinking about chicken. You see a line at Popeyes that's 10 cars long. You see that same line at Chick-fil-A that's 10 cars long. And you're like, I know at Chick-fil-A that 10 cars is going to fly by. But I know at Popeyes, like maybe Popeyes is going to be really quick, or maybe Popeyes is going to take me 30 minutes to get through that line.
And maybe they won't have a chicken sandwich
Yes.
by the time I get there.
Oh, we're out of that. And
That's
then
possible.
there's 10 cars behind you and you're like, I can't get out of this line.
I guess I'm ordering something.
Yeah.
Something else. So yeah, Janelle, that's cool that you lived there. She probably. What
I'm
up?
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Thanks for the voice memo.
Springfield, also the birthplace of Andy's Frozen Custard. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Yeah,
Until
Andy's
recently.
and Bass Pro.
It's doing well.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt went to high school there.
Perfect.
Perfectly.
What else do you need?
The big three.
Perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all we have. And
Jake's pretty much from Springfield.
was
You
born-
were born
I
there.
was born at Cox South Hospital.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what we have. Brad, how do you feel about ending today with a little jingle? Kind of a new idea.
Oh, okay. Like a song that I make up.
Like some sort of song you make up on the spot
Like,
about
but it has
us.
a little tune to it.
Mm-hmm. Would you like a tune today?
Yes.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, we can do a review the week afterwards. I just realized I skipped it.
yeah, let's do a review at the very end.
Yeah.
Love it. So let's jingle it up.
Let's jingle for now.
I would like In the Air Tonight by Philip Collins.
Any particular song or
Version?
part of the song?
Just the beginning.
Great. From the top.
It does have a nice little intro for about 10, 15 seconds, but it gets you in the mood for the song. So let's keep it in.
All right. From the top. Here it comes.
This is one of my top 20 songs of all time. This is a really long intro.
Yeah,
sorry.
I can't dance much longer to this.
I can feel it coming in the air on Sunday night. The Ghostrunners, they're coming out with a new episode every Monday morning. They have Jake and Brad. Who the heck? Who did it?
Who made this instrumental?
What do you call instrumental where you live, huh?
Yeah, I heard Phil.
Springfield is actually the home of instrumentals that have lyrics in them.
That's kind of our thing. Yeah, it's not fully instrumental. Right when
I
you
was
think
vibing.
right when you think it's an instrumental, you get a little Phil Collins in there.
Philip. That's fine.
Philip,
You know the joke.
you know how it goes.
I'm going to butcher it, so I'm not even going to try, but there's some crazy meaning to that song. Like, you should look it up.
I always heard it was that he was watching someone watch someone drown and wrote it about this guy like not helping someone.
But then have you heard the next aspect of that?
Oh, well, I've always thought, well, Phil,
I've heard that.
You
that
still
part.
watch someone drown too.
Yeah, true.
Why is that? Why does that make you better?
Why? Yeah, you're bragging about it and making millions.
Yeah.
I heard in this, whatever, I guess I'm doing it. He brought that guy up on stage and sang it to him.
Yeah, yeah.
You heard that part?
That's like the legend. I don't know if any of that's true, but that's like the
Okay.
rumor.
I think that's crazy.
Is that like, yeah, he brought the guy who watched someone drown to a show when he performed it for the first time
That's so intense.
and was like, yo, dude, I saw you at the lake
Yeah.
and you should have saved that guy. I was only 100 yards behind you, but you should have saved him. I had enough
Yeah.
time to look at you and write a song.
And then you got policemen behind him, just about ready to arrest that guy.
Take him away.
Take him away, boys.
Yeah, that's how the legend goes, that all that happened.
Okay.
Anyway, something you said, Sunday night, Monday morning, something I've been doing, maybe, and some of you guys, I think, are liking it. I've been putting out the YouTube version of our episodes right at midnight, right when the clock strikes 12, Cinderella style, on Sunday night, Monday morning, however you want to look at it, which has been kind of fun. You get a few comments and some views before you even go to sleep. So if you're a night owl, you can be the first one.
Heck yeah.
And then the actual episodes don't go up until like 4 or 5 in the morning on like Apple and Spotify and whatnot. So just so you know.
It is fun to see. Like, there was a few times where I was like struggling to fall asleep. I was like, oh, let's see if the YouTube thing is up. And then I see like 10 people have already commented.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So yeah, check us out. Subscribe to us on YouTube and turn on notifications so you're like, oh, that's right. It is Monday morning. I have something to look forward to.
Heck yeah.
Got a podcast coming out. Let's do a review of the week real quick. Brad, what do you got? What's yours?
I like the one from, well, first of all, runner-up shout out to Janinator, my friend Jana, who we've both had romantic relations with. I dated Jana in high school for 3 months or something, and Jake matched with Jana on Tinder many years later.
When Brad was in high school too. So that's how we met.
Jana texted me, he's like, who's this guy? How do you know him? And I said, oh, I'm actually in the car with him right now.
He's probably your conversation's probably on BuzzFeed, so don't say anything embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite one was from McGindle. Does not cure insomnia. Says, I often listen to something whenever I have trouble falling asleep. Fresh out of audiobooks, I turned on Ghostrunners podcast around 1 a.m., hoping to be lulled to sleep by the magnificent banter of Jake and Brad. But instead of dozing off, I was laughing, audibly laughing. And I think laughing to yourself while lying in an unlit room until 2:30 is something only crazy people do. Needless to say, I do not recommend trying to fall asleep to this podcast. It is just too dang funny. So I think that's awesome. That's a funny thing to think about.
Love that, McGindle.
I just love people, or love thinking about people listening to it by themselves and laughing, because that's just something
cool.
that's so rare to me to do anyway, is like laughing out loud. And that's so fun that people are laughing at us. Thank you for finding joy.
Thanks, McGindle. My runner-up is one from Dr. J.P. Whittier, and it just says, isn't Jake in a video with Logan Paul on YouTube? Thanks for the 5-star
Logan
review.
Paul's in a video with Jake.
Yeah. Answer is yes. Thank you for the 5-star review. My actual one is Jenny L. Niner. Am I pronouncing that correct? Or Jen.
There's a niner in there
Nella?
for sure.
Yeah. Did I catch a niner in there? And it's very long and very good. I'll just
Yeah,
summarize
that
it.
one's so good.
She starts with actual Google search results for what a ghost runner is, which describes, like invisible runner in baseball style games, and then gives her definition of a ghost runner, which is, it's just great. 2 former K-lifers who love the Chiefs, Chick-fil-A, The Office, chocolate milk, yada, yada. This is seriously the best podcast you've never listened to. These guys are so passionate about so many things in their lives. So that's cool. We're fast food connoisseurs. People are coming to us for advice.
Right.
And many other things. And how to start a podcast, of course.
Yeah.
Very helpful for there. So thank you for all the reviews and especially the YouTube comments. Both of those things are my favorite 2 things to check because I don't get notifications for them. So you're like, refresh. What's going to be there?
Yeah.
What's going to be there? I can't wait to see. Hope you guys have a great week coming up. Brad, what do you got coming up in your week?
Just a lot of tables, man. A lot of tables and trying to figure out how to do life with 2 kids instead of 1.
Commerce and dadhood. Love it.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. What about you?
Old Spice emailed me back. Got a new campaign. Hair is awesome. Hats are dumb. Got a phone call with Under Armour tomorrow, making some videos for them. Which is fun. Not like influencer stuff, but like just freelance videography stuff.
Sweet. That's even, well, I was going to say it's even more fun. Maybe not.
It's different.
That's cool though. Yeah.
Yeah. And just more videos and podcasts and stuff. I've been doing 2 podcasts a week for over a month now, which is a lot anyway. It's a lot during a lockdown too. And then last week I did 3
That's
podcasts.
why you go on walks.
And then this week I'm doing another 3 podcasts.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff going out.
Heck yeah.
But it's super great still. I'm super thankful. I was talking to Isaac the other day. I was just like, it's crazy. You know, it's easy to just not look back because I don't do that naturally. But for 3 years straight now, I've brainstormed, filmed, and edited multiple videos a week for 3 years.
Wow.
It's like,
that's crazy.
yeah. And I think part of me is kind of exhausted. And that's why I haven't posted anything on Instagram in over a month. Cause
yeah.
like, I'm out.
Yeah.
There's
I
only
get
so
that.
much.
Well, yeah. And it's like sometimes whenever your work also, or some things that you like also become your job, then you don't do it for recreation as much.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I'm the same way, like house projects and stuff, which is not really the same. It's kind of apples to oranges with woodworking, but it's kind of, manual labor stuff. Like everyone else like comes home from their corporate jobs and they're like, oh, I just want to, do the lawn. I want to mow the lawn. I'm like, I do not want to mow the lawn whenever I'm done.
Once you're used to getting paid for your labor, like why would I do it for free?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, okay, I'm already doing all these other funny things. Why do I need to do this other thing too? Even though I enjoy the Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
So
even just like a year ago, I think someone asked me what one of my hobbies was. And I said, I like making videos. And they're like, what do you do for a living? I was like, oh, wait. I guess that's a good thing. But also, do I have any hobbies? Thank goodness I have pickleball now.
Yeah.
Finally, I answer that question.
Seriously. What's your hobbies, Brad? I don't know. I don't have any. I watch TV a lot.
Michael Jordan. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, starting on year 4 of multiple videos a week.
Heck yeah.
And now on youtube.com/Ghostrunners podcast. Tell your friends. And if you don't, I'll DM you on Instagram and get mad at you for not telling your friends.
Heck yeah, you will.
I'll see you guys on the 4th of July. Okay?
Yes. Can I do, I already did a jingle. Can I do like the drum roll out of it?
Into our theme song?
Yeah. Go, 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 Ghostrunners. Ghostrunners podcast. Every month.